Well, good evening, everyone, on Monday, November 28th. And we are wrapping up our month of collaboration. That was our theme for this past month. This is our recap week, where we kind of go through and summarize everything that we've learned. We just touch on it and then hopefully take those things away and use them in our weekly practice. We've had a great month discussing various topics of collaboration. In the first week, we realized the importance of having a support network. We know that no one thrives in isolation. We are meant to be in community with one another. So who makes up your support group? Perhaps family members or trusted friends, peers or colleagues, neighbors, professionals like doctors and therapists, community members, or spiritual team members. Each support network is very unique to the individual. But when we utilize our support village, we find out that the weight of just about anything that we're carrying is lessened when it's shared. In week 2, we explored managing perceptions and the impact that chronic stress has on our overall well-being. We learned that the stress response, or the fight or flight mode, which is part of the sympathetic nervous system, engages when we sense danger or the innate need to spring into action to protect ourselves from a threat. But sometimes the fight or flight response happens automatically when there's no real threat, but when it is triggered by an imagined or perceived threat. When we are consequently immersed in this feeling of stress all the time, it deprives us of our ability to think and perceive rationally, as well as poses health risks in the body and the mind. But by breathing deeply, which is what we are striving to do here at Courage to Caregivers, we can learn to calm our central nervous system and let go of perceptions that might impact us negatively. In week 3, we discussed compare and despair in the context of self-acceptance. We learned that by accepting ourselves, we create a pathway of finding more acceptance for others. We learned that gratitude is a tool that expands the boundaries of your heart, enabling you to experience the same positive effects on the body that happiness, appreciation, love, and generosity bring. When we find gratefulness for the little things, for the micro joys in our lives become richer and we are transported beyond our own difficulties and challenges, if but only temporarily. And in week 4, we talked about gratitude even more, discovering that it is the highest vibration that a human being can have. And we learned that forgiveness is essential for self-acceptance. We all deserve one another's forgiveness. Through the Hawaiian tradition of Ho'oponopono, we learned that forgiveness is so important. Even when we know we're right, it's still important to forgive. We learn to take ownership of everything that happens to us, 100%, no matter what. And with this simple sequence of words, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you, healing and restoration are brought full circle. So those are just some of the things that we touched on. I'm sure you'll discuss a lot more in your own version of Recap Week in support group tonight. So let's put some of those healing techniques we learned last month to use as we launch into our breathing meditation practice tonight, shall we? Okay. So finding your comfortable place on your chair, shifting your weight from one side to the other to make sure your sitting bones are firmly grounded here. Placing your feet firmly and flat on the floor, hands down on your thighs or on the knees. Just taking a moment to get settled in here. Good. And finding that nice tall spine in your seat, taking the shoulders up to the ears, rolling them back down so that you're not holding too much tension there. And then finding that little lift through the crown of the head so that you're nice and aligned, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Good. And then choosing to close the eyes or leave them softly cast down. We're going to begin to become aware of the breath, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Just noticing the natural rhythm of your own breath as it comes and as it goes. Good. So just taking a moment to drop in to this space, to this time, letting anything else that's at the top of the mind just be put on the back burner. And if thoughts do come up, just noticing them without judgment and then gently letting them go like a little leaf on an autumn day. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Good. And then just noticing how your body's feeling in this moment. Are you holding any tension anywhere? Is the breath flowing freely? Or is it difficult? Are there any areas of the body that you're experiencing discomfort? And if the answer is yes to any of these questions, just send the breath into those areas. Just breathe in to the low back, to the shoulders, the back of the neck. And breathe in not only the breath, but some positive energy there. And a sense of ease and expansion. Good. And just continuing the breath, we are going to begin one of the techniques that we learned this month called sighing breath. This is breathing in normally through the nose and then breathing out with an open mouth with a sigh. Once again, breathing in through the nose and out with a sigh. Ah. Ah. Good. Just letting that breath flow freely. So I invite you to try this several times on your own, really feeling it in the body as you exhale. And let this be like a gentle letting go, a gentle sigh. You know, we sigh many times during the day. So just a gentle sigh of letting go. Good. Beautiful. And continuing to breathe here. We will begin breath with the clock. This is when we take an in-breath for 6 counts. We let the breath out for 6 counts. And we do this so that it equals about 5 breaths per minute. So that's 10 breaths in 2 minutes. And the question is, do you have 2 minutes every day that you can simply sit down and breathe? And so hopefully the answer is yes, and that you will try this at home during the course of your week. So I'm going to do the first few with you. So breathing in to the count of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good. Let's try that again together. Breathe in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So you get the idea. I'm going to go ahead and let you do this for 2 minutes, and we will meet when you're done. So just take your time. And the 6 count breathing you're putting your own count to that 6 count. So whatever rhythm and pace is comfortable for you, go ahead and adopt that for yourself. And I will go ahead and time you. And you can begin anytime, 6 count in, 6 count out. And that was 2 minutes of the six count breathing with the clock. So in that 6 count breathing for 2 minutes, you breathed 10 full rounds of breath. So congratulations to you. Now we're going to revisit smiling breath. So just make sure you have your alignment in your seat once again. We're going to inhale as we hold the breath for 2 counts. So inhaling in, exhaling, drop the chin to your chest. So bend your head down. And now hold for 2 more breaths or 2 heartbeats, however you want to look at it. Begin to lift the corners of your mouth into a smile. And then come back up to center and exhale. Good. We'll try that again together. Breathing in and holding for 2 heartbeats or 2 breaths. Drop the chin down, exhale. Hold for 2 heartbeats or 2 breaths. Lift the corners of the mouth and smile, inhaling, bringing your head back to the center. So I'll let you try that a couple times again on your own. Breathing in. Smiling breath. And notice while you're doing these breathing techniques, if you feel a shift in your stress level, if you just feel things starting to come down to a more manageable level, hopefully you're feeling that groundedness in the body and the mind as we continue to breathe. Beautiful, everybody. Good. And now I invite you to bring both hands to the heart. So one hand on top of the other, holding the heart, embracing the heart, while we begin our heart-focused breathing. So I invite you to either close the eyes or leave them softly cast down if they're not already there. And begin to breathe as if you could breathe in and out of the heart. Just allowing the breath to come into the heart and exit from the heart. Just noticing the rise and the fall of your hands over your heart with the rise and fall of your breath. And as the hands come back to the body and then move away, just let this be a gesture of compassion for yourself, like a little hug for your heart that you're giving yourself right now in this moment. So breathing deeply in and out of the heart. We know that heart-focused breathing lowers the blood pressure, lowers the heart rate, and brings the brain and the body into alignment. So does all kinds of good things for the body in a physiological sense when we breathe this way. I'm going to let you continue to breathe this way as I read our affirmations for tonight's practice. I surround myself with positive people and feel empowered by their presence in my life. I access my calm and see the bigger picture. I release the past, find gratitude for my journey, and thrive in the present. I have agency over my life. I have agency over my life. Good. So just a few more rounds of breath here, breathing in through the heart, breathing out through the heart. And from this heart-focused breathing, just allowing any feelings of gratitude bubble up towards the surface. And then letting your whole central nervous system be bathed in the feel-good, happy endorphins. The same type of feeling that we have when we experience happiness, joy, love, generosity, kindness, and appreciation, all those things. And why shouldn't your cup overflow with joy and gratitude every day? It should. Just let that feeling wash over you like a waterfall. Good. Beautiful. And then very gently releasing the hands, placing them back down on your knees or on your thighs, and gently blinking open the eyes. Speaking of eyes, we're going to do a little bit of eye yoga tonight. So I invite you to get ready for that. We'll take our hands, press them together, and begin to rub them one on the other, creating a little friction, creating a little heat here. And then gently cupping your hands over your eyes. Just notice the shadows of dark and light beneath your hands. Feeling the warmth that has occurred from your hands to your eyes. And breathing into that place of stillness. Good. Good. And then I invite you to release the fingers. So we're going to take the middle finger and the ring finger of one hand, placing one hand on your belly and one hand on your collarbones. You're going to find your collarbones with those two fingers. Come down about 1/4 of an inch below and you'll find a little notch there. And I invite you to begin to circle your hand, letting those fingers just move gently over the collarbones. And keeping the head at center, begin to move the eyes, just the eyes, side to side. And do this at your own pace while you are massaging that place below your collarbones. Very good. Little brain exercise here. Lots going on at one time, but just let yourself feel that relaxation that is stimulated when you massage your collarbones. It's really powerful. Small movement, really powerful. Okay, and then releasing the hands again. Now we're going to take the left hand, put the left hand back on the belly, and then take the fingers of the right hand and gently start to tap above the upper lip. So tap, 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 as you let the eyes go up and down. So looking up and then looking down at the floor. At the same time, you can tap upper lip and lower lip. So just alternating between the two. Again, at your own pace. Keeping the head as still as possible. I know it's a little bit of a challenge, at least it is for me. Good. Good. And then very gently releasing the hands once again. So now we're going to bring the left hand on the belly still. The right hand goes behind the back on your sacrum, which is the low part of the back. So that little triangle that sits below the lumbar vertebrae and kind of where your tailbone is, and then down into the very low part of the pelvis. Good. So placing your hands there and beginning to massage the sacrum with your right hand. You're going to move your eyes from a faraway point, so picking maybe something on your wall to look at, and then bring your gaze back to the tip of your nose. So far away and close, far away and close as you massage your back body. Good. Beautiful. Good. Thank you. It's like I said, it's a little bit challenging, but it's very powerful. Good. So now we're going to, you can release the hands from where they were, and we're going to just do a little bit of yoga in the chair. We'll do some neck and shoulder mobilizations. So we'll start to take the head in circles, just at your own pace here. And sending the breath to any tight places that might be occurring in the neck and in the shoulders. Perhaps taking it in both directions, so changing directions when you feel ready. And then coming back to center, inhale and lift the gaze. Exhale and let the head drop down, taking your gaze down to the floor. And then inhale, let the head rise. Exhale, float it down to the floor. Good. Inhaling to rise. Exhale back down. And then beginning to draw your hands in small circles. So creating some fists here, letting the wrists move, taking that in both directions. Good. And then taking both hands, so one at a time, just pulling the fingers back, getting a little stretch of the wrist here. And then with the palm facing away. So same thing, a little bit of a more intense stretch when we do it this way. And then letting those fingers just fly, relax, shake them out. Good, and shaking out the shoulders, the arms. Good, very good. Beautiful. And then placing your right hand on your left ear, just begin to tip the head over your right shoulder, breathing into that little stretch. Good. Coming back to center, taking a left hand to the right ear, bending out over that left shoulder. Good. And then releasing the hands, bringing the palms together. We're going to mobilize the wrists in this way. So we're going to bring the prayer hands away from us until we bring the finger points down to the earth. And then we slide the backs of the hands together and then prayer hands again. So this is easier if you do it fast, just moving the hands in this direction. Good. Good for the hands, fingers, forearms, wrists, shoulders, because we're getting a little rotation there. And then bringing prayer hands together. Let's go in the opposite direction. So fingers come towards you, backs of the hands towards you, and then back into prayer hands. So just doing the reverse. Good. That's great. Good. And then coming back to prayer hands, let's come up out of our chairs for just a moment. We're going to wash out and tap in. Good. So standing in our mountain pose, Tadasana, feet on the floor, shoulders back, arms down at your sides. Very good. Feet firmly rooted into the earth. We'll just start to let yourself sway side to side here, letting the hands gently tap your low back and your low belly. Just moving from your upper body here. Good. Washing out any negativity, anything that doesn't serve you in this moment. Just allowing all that negative energy to be washed away. Good. Good. And then coming to stillness here, we're going to do our Kundalini degunker. So we're going to degunk ourselves, getting rid of, again, anything that doesn't serve us. The way we do this is we inhale when we scoop up, so scooping up all that negativity, and exhale as we literally throw it over our shoulders. So inhaling in, exhaling, inhaling in, exhaling. So crossing the hands and getting rid of anything that we no longer need. Good. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Beautiful. Good. Beautiful. And then releasing the hands. And then finally in our mountain pose, we will begin our all good things mantra. So we're going to bring the arms up overhead, placing the palms together, and then say, all good things rain down on me. Bring your raindrops down. Good. And then scooping up, all good things flow right through me, scooping up. And then finally, arms come down to the sides, all good things surround me. Beautiful. Let's try that again. Finding our mountain pose, bringing arms up overhead, pressing the palms together. All good things rain down on me. Bring those raindrops down. Good. All good things, scoop it up, come up through me. Great. And then pressing the palms away, arms down at your sides. All good things surround me. Beautiful, everyone. Meet with hands at the heart. Just breathing here in mountain pose, feeling your strength and feeling your resilience. Beautiful. And then Releasing the hands. It's time for our Yoga Nidra tonight. So finding a comfortable spot in your chair or on the floor, wherever you have chosen in your sanctuary to rest, I invite you to find your comforts, either your blankets, your pillows, maybe lowering the lights a little bit, maybe finding music, maybe finding stillness. So whatever works best for you. And then beginning to settle in. If you're laying on the floor, taking a moment to snuggle your shoulder blades underneath you and feeling your body on the earth. Feeling that sense of surrender. If you're seated in a chair, make sure you're nice and comfortable and supported on all sides. And as you begin to connect with your breath once again, begin to just let your body relax, one breath at a time. And then beginning at the top of the head, starting to soften all the muscles in the face, softening the forehead, the temples, the cheeks, unclenching the jaw. Finding a softness behind the eyes. Let it go, let it go, let it go. And then allowing your awareness to travel down to the right shoulder, breathing in a sense of ease into that shoulder. And then moving down to the upper arm, the elbow, forearm, wrist, right hand, the back of the hand, the palm of the hand, and all the fingers of the right hand, the thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky finger. So that from the fingers of the right hand all the way up to the right shoulder, your whole right arm is relaxed. Breathe into that sensation of relaxation and ease. Moving down the right side of the body to the armpit, the ribs, and the waist. Letting your awareness settle in the right hip, the thigh, the knee, the shin, the ankle, and the foot, the sole of the foot and the top of the foot, and all the toes of the right foot. Big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and baby toe, so that from the toes of the right foot all the way up to the right thigh, your whole right leg is relaxed. Your whole right side is completely and totally relaxed. And then moving your awareness to the left side of the body, the left shoulder, the left upper arm, the elbow, forearm, wrist, and hand, the back of the hand and the palm of the hand, and all the fingers of the left hand, the thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky finger. So that from the fingers of the left hand all the way up to the left shoulder, your whole left arm is relaxed. Your whole left arm is completely and totally relaxed. Breathe into that sensation of relaxation and ease. moving now down the left side of the body, the armpit, the ribs, the waist. Letting your awareness settle in the left thigh, the knee, the shin, the ankle, and the foot, the sole of the foot and the top of the foot, and all the toes of the left foot, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and baby toe, so that from the toes of the left foot all the way up to the left hip, your whole left leg is relaxed. Your whole left side is completely and totally relaxed. Both sides of the body are relaxed. And now bringing your awareness to the back body and all parts of the body that have contact with the earth beneath you. The back of the legs, the buttocks, the low back, the middle back, the upper back and shoulder blades, back of the head. Your whole back body is relaxed. Your whole back body is completely and totally relaxed. Breathe into this sensation of relaxation and ease. And now bringing your awareness to the front body and all parts of the body that shine to the sun. The front of the legs, the pelvis, the hips, the low belly, the upper belly, the chest, the ribs, the heart, your generous caregiving heart. Breathe into your heart on behalf of everyone in your care. Breathe in a little love and compassion for yourself. And rest. Just rest. Let your body and your mind and your spirit come to rest. Very gently and very slowly begin to bring your awareness back, starting to invite in a little movement, wiggling fingers and toes, maybe taking a full body stretch there in your chair or on the floor, or even gathering your knees into your chest and hugging your knees there, taking a little rock from side to side, whatever it is that you're needing to come back to the present moment. Just give yourself that gift right now. And as you are awakening, starting to deepen the breath, and then once again, just taking your time. And you can go ahead and roll to one side if you'd like while I read a couple of little meditations for tonight, little quotations. This is from Robert John Meehan, and he says, "The most valuable resource we have is each other. Without collaboration, our growth is limited to our own perspectives." And this is from Maddie Stepanek. "Unity is strength. When there is teamwork and collaboration, wonderful things can be achieved." And so just continuing to take some deep breaths and eventually pressing yourself back to seated. And we'll meet with hands to the heart. And I want to thank you all for being here this evening. It was an honor to practice with you tonight. And I just wish you a beautiful week ahead. We'll share our greeting of acknowledgement and respect for one another. Om Shanti Shanti, peace. Peace be with you, my friends.